All right, folks, welcome to another video with what I'm calling an ER video, doing our best to try to keep Reclaimer alive. This version is slightly different from the one that we were playing before. We are playing Elvish Reclaimer, Ren and 6, and we're also playing Wildfire to go alongside the Flagstones. We also have Dryad plus Knight of the Reliquary. You're going to notice that we're just playing 4s and 4s and 4s. No Eldamri Skull or anything like that. Instead of that, we're just playing Escape to the Wilds, Fellow Retreats, and again, as I was saying, Cleansing Wildfire, Explore, and Path to Exile. As far as the mana base goes, I couldn't fit Debo Jugabog because I wanted to make sure that we had access to at least 5 basics. We're going to need them because of Wildfire. And then we are fitting Blast Zone, Ghost Quarter, Canopy, Radiant Fountain. And then the rest, I guess Vesuva and Sanctuary do count. We are playing 8 fetch lands though, as opposed to we were playing 7 in the other version, but fetch lands are just so great with Ren. So I want to make sure that I have access to them. And then we have a bunch of dual lands, so 2 Stomping Grounds, Sacred Foundry, and 2 Temple Gardens, as well as the Balakans, of course. When we go to the sideboard, we finish the playset of Path to Exile, 3 Purges, Mind Sensor, Eidolon, Skyclave, Linvala. Wait a second. Ken Pochi coming back with a tier 1 sub. 18 months. Welcome back to the Primetime Stronghold. I guess that this list is when I was actually running green-white. I was running the Eldamri Skull in my deck. Let's actually try it out, like with a bunch of one-offs. But I think that I would like to change the approach, and instead of having a creature-heavy approach, we can go for more of a spell-heavy approach. So instead of having a bunch of one-offs that I can no longer tutor for, we can do other stuff. Basically, there's like a million different ways to approach building this deck, I think. So it seems to me like it's going to be important to take different ideas and explore different concepts. I think the Damping Sphere is a card that I'm interested in having in my sideboard because of the combo decks. Whoops. I do like Tracker though, and I do like Baloth. Is Knight of Autumn better than Baloth? That's a good question. Sorry, but I'm actually rooting for this to be bad. I don't want to buy another foil Ren and 6. First world problems, huh? What can I have against the Heliod deck? Which card is very good against Heliod? No, I don't think so. That card is just not playable, Knucklepuck. Which card is good against Heliod? We're gonna figure out. Needle. Yeah, maybe Pine Needle. This hand seems fine. If this red resolves, it's probably gonna be pretty good. No guarantee that it resolves, but if it were to. The folk are in the house. The folk are in the house. Got a nice little sequence here with Ren getting back my land and me playing Dryad and then holding a Path to Exile. Nice little setup. Yeah, the problem with Linvala is that it's a little bit too narrow. And not only is it a little bit too narrow, but also I'm not going to be able to find it reliably, right? So this does absolutely nothing. Love to see it. Bounce that. We don't even have to take a damage. Value. Value. Feels so good to minus red and have the board be empty. It really does. It really does feel great. It really does feel very, very good. White. 1, white, and 1. I feel a retreat. What do you have to say about this? Cat. Naya Reclaimer confirmed better than the Folk. Every single deck ever is better than the Folk though, so... Awkward spot. I guess the Wildfires are not terrible because of Mutavault. Do I really care about Mutavault though? Turn 1 Reclaimer and then a bunch of nonsense. Is there any interesting card for Kalian for this archetype? No, I don't think so. Fidel Retreat and Escape to the Wilds are the two ones that I wanted to give a shot to, but I don't think that they're anything from Kalian. Interesting. Maybe I should have played a fetch land so I can block as a 3/4. Yeah, I should have definitely played the fetch land. Definitely should have played the fetch land, 100%. Yeah, should have definitely played the fetch land. Because my opponent was totally gonna attack. Because if they have a second lord, we get super wrecked here. So I guess I'll just take it. I imagine that my opponent is just gonna bounce my dude here. Just kind of fine. Or not. Opponent is missing land drops, however. So I'm slamming here. Wait, did I do the same thing again? That was just bad. Obviously, I should have played the fetch there. They did find the land. Huh. 3, 6, 9. We can double block one of the lords. think that's fine. Yeah, because we can't get blown out. I guess opponent could technically deprive. I mean, it's just fine. Honestly, I just have no respect for Merfolk. We can just make plays at random, and we're gonna end up winning. I think eventually. If we end up with Knight of the Reliquary, we're winning. So. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So they can't both have the counter spell and be able to grow their dude, so. And I'm very much okay taking 3, considering I'm killing them next turn. And the reason why I'm killing them, it's because we get Dryad, and Dryad makes any land into a mountain. So now we can activate Knight to sack this. Get our land. And Merfolk, the Trickster cannot stop this from happening. So we just clear the board here. No respect for Merfolk, never had it, never will. Just throw the match into the garbage and just win anyway. Yeah, you got it. Just grab it like this, grab the deck like this, throw it in the garbage. Oh no, opponent, it was the other one, the one that you had to bounce. You had to bounce the other one. You actually had a shot. You actually had a shot. Now you don't. Suck this. Get a Valakut. Valakut that one. Oh, yes. 1, 2, Ren. Plus on that one. Yeah. No respect for Merfolk whatsoever. Brutal. It's what I call brutal honesty, okay? Since it's honest, it's fine. Since I'm being honest, it's fine. Don't worry about it. We're fine. It's really funny. Like with Nikachu, I just constantly give him I just constantly give him shit and make fun of Merfolk being constantly unplayable. Nikachu plays fish pretty good. Yeah, for sure. I do respect Nikachu, but I still give him shit because Merfolk is just, I don't know. I think my win, regardless of which deck I'm playing, I feel like my win percentage against Merfolk is probably like 95%, and I don't think I'm being overly exaggerating right now. The sand fucks, actually. This hand is really hot. So we can use Wildfire on stones to ramp, and then on turn 4 we get to Ren plus Explore. Unless my opponent is playing maybe like a mid-range deck or something, and I want to make sure that I resolve the Ren, and I can play Ren on 2. Which honestly might also be a good play. Like, regardless of how I slice it, like, this hand just looks very strong. Oh, hello. I just noticed the chat. My opponent says, "Hi Sensei, give you a prime sub, be generous with me." That's funny. That's funny. What are we doing here? It feels like I want to get Knight going ASAP. If I explore, it's kind of a waste. So I don't like exploring. I like either wildfiring or Ren. If I play Ren... Yeah, I guess that Ren just works better because I want to Knight ASAP. So because I want to Knight ASAP, Ren is just better. Opponent bounces bounce land. So we just die to Titan, I think. I don't think we can beat Titan. Yeah, I don't think we can beat Titan. So if my opponent has a Titan here, we're just dead. But if they don't, or if they have to transmit for it, and we gain a little bit of time, then we can just go squatter them to death, thanks to Ren. Yeah, that doesn't look very good for me. Opponent floating their manases. An opponent told me that they watched the stream, so I'm assuming that they're gonna know how to kill me from here. The correct line is to Crumbling Vestige from this spot. But maybe they don't see it. Maybe they don't see it. I always say that this card is not very good against AmuLIT, and we literally just saw a perfect example. Fabo again with smallpox. Newbest deck in the format. Nice. No blocks, thank you. Okay. We can Knight into double ghost squatter. Or we can wildfire this. 1, 2, we wildfire. We can wildfire our own flagstones, which is very interesting. But I feel like I want to hold up Ghost Quarter activation. So I guess that we're just going to wildfire there. Then Ghost Quarter there. No more cuts. I feel like this is what puts us in the best spot. If my opponent has more business, we are probably dead, but... Also Ghost Quarter. Also Bog is kind of bad for us here. My opponent can make my knights smaller. Explosives is bad for us here. Man, AmuLIT is such a good deck. My opponent has so many ways to stop me right now. I can't auto yield because I have to wait for what my opponent does. I guess I can yield to the bounce land triggers. I can't yield to the AmuLIT triggers. Is AmuLIT a bad match for us? I mean, considering that I have exactly one game under my belt in this matchup. That was not very good sequencings from them. Maybe they just wanted to bog me. Also, I don't like Handwar Battlements at all. But I can't let my opponent fetch with Handwar Battlements because... Also, that explains why my opponent didn't haste last turn, right? Because they had battlements going. They had the battlements in hand. What was the correct glance and fetch for my opponent? Seems like second ballot was wrong. Yeah. And here they should have gotten probably Tolera West. They probably want to explosives. They're getting like a bunch of plant tokens which don't do anything, which is weird. The plant tokens are pretty much irrelevant. I'm taking so much damage from this stupid Horizon Canopy. Just go face with everything. Makes sense. I have to assume that they have explosives in their deck, but I also can't really beat an explosive. So playing around it, I don't think makes too much sense. Take infinite damage. Hello, honey. Valakut. That's dead. Green mana 1. Plus on GQ. He can't haste. He can't haste, and he can't explosives. Because that blows up their own Dryad, so... So they can't haste, they can't Valak at me either. Oh no! I gave them the Valakut! Oh no! I threw this game away. I mean, I don't think I could beat the Titans anyway, but like, I totally forgot that there was a Vesuva in play. Okay, so I guess that we didn't really have outs. We didn't really have outs that game. Do I even want that many paths? I kind of don't want that many paths. Mind Sensor sounds great. Operation sounds great. Night of Autumn's okay. These are the cards that I want to draw. Maybe it's just important to have some path. Did I try Valakut Awakening? I did, yeah. It was worse than Escape to the Wilds in my testing. So they're playing... Are they just not playing T-West? My opponent just had 2 or 3 primetime triggers and they never found a T-West. This is a fine mid-range hand, but this is not a hand that beats AmuLIT. This is a hand that can beat AmuLIT. Yeah, Escape is very good. If they have turn 1 Dismember, we are gonna get super wrecked. Okay, that one we can beat. So, Bonnie has turn Timber in hand. Didn't I just bottom you? Didn't I just bottom you? It's powerful. That is powerful. Powerful. Okay. Doesn't matter too much. Play land, explore. Play land, explore, but then if we miss a land drop, that's terrible for us. We can also just play Flagstones. I kind of want to play Ren. Playing Knight is definitely interesting as well. The issue is if I play Ren, then I can't activate Reclaimer. So I think I'm just gonna Knight here, which nets me more mana next turn. We can't activate Reclaimer, but we can activate Ghost Quarter. This, unless my opponent has untap land into castle, this should stop a Titan this turn. And then once we untap with Knight, then we can get Feather Retreat going. Forest, explore. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think we have to draw step Ghost Quarter again. So now I'm forcing my opponent to have untapped land, double untapped land, or land plus. AmuLIT plus bounce land, or untapped land, or just castle. It has to be exactly castle, I guess. My opponent's gonna get to do a lot of damage here. But they can't answer Reclaimer, Knight, and Ren. They can't answer everything. And then we're gonna be able to untap, slam the Dryad, and take it from there. Dryad's fine. What is getting a little plants though? This Ghost Quarter has been doing a lot of work. Bounce Snow Forest. Temple Garden, Valakut, plus got it. All right, game 3. These filler retreats are not looking great, I don't think. I'm kind of like envisioning spots where they would be good, but I think that Escape to the Wilds is just going to be the better card. Okay. Not great interaction. But we have turn 1 Reclaimer into turn 2 Ren / Explore. I'm probably going to go Ren on 2 because then I can Explore plus Reclaimer activate on 3. And we should have enough lands to make everything work. Wish we could do something like Valakut Exploration. I tried Valakut Exploration in the past and it wasn't as good. This is the list that I was playing before, and like I started with like 3 Valakut Exploration, and then slowly but surely I just kept cutting them because they were just kind of weird. It seems neat. It does seem cool. It does seem cool, and I really wish that it... So what does that do? That's just better, right? Yeah, that's just better. So now we activate Reclaimer, fetch. Next turn we Ren plus Reclaimer. We can get Ghost Quarter. And we already have Ren going. We also have Path to Exile to interact with my opponent's Dryad. Like we're looking very, very good here, I think. That Flagstone stop deck was just the nuts. So, and my opponent is missing land drops. So I think this one's gonna be over very quickly. Next turn we get to Escape to the Wilds. There's no need for me to go squad or anything just yet, because my opponent is just missing land drops anyway. I'd rather continue developing my mana. Dryad resolves. Valak, it's fine, it's gonna get destroyed. Honestly, Bujugabal is the only thing. Man, excuse me, my throat is. It's not here right now. We can go squatter. Like, I'm definitely go squattering. That's the easy part. And I'm trying to figure out whether I want to escape to the wilds. Because I can't allow for my opponent to be able to get out of this. We could also just go squatter, explore, and play a second Ren to get back the thing. So that's 1/2, 1/2, and I guess I'm 1 mana short. Explore first. We can Ren, go squatter. And just, well, I guess that we can't play another Reclaimer. We probably don't need to, though. It seems like I'm giving up value, though. I'm just gonna play a Reclaimer here, and I'm just gonna play a Reclaimer and say go. Technically, it would have been better to draw step to go squatter, but yeah, whatever. Again, I think that this game is going to be over rather quickly. The conquest is over for me. It's gonna be Yama versus somebody else. It's not bad. Squatter, play go squatter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. Now the question is, do I want to go squatter the Gruul turf or do I want to go squatter the Valakut? I think I want to get the Gruul turf. But in any case, I'm gonna be doing this right now. Because I want to Vesuva my go squatter. Guess I tapped wrong, but like, it's fine. Yeah. It's okay, Stokey. It's okay. It was a fun tournament. It was cool to be invited. Okay, so here's the Titan. But the Titan can't really do too much here. So they did have T-West. So what were they doing in game 1 then? What were they doing in game 1? Why weren't they setting up more Titans? What's up, Gabo? How's it going? Should probably be setting up their future Titans. The thing is that we can just mess that up with Ghost Squatter. We can just get my opponent out of blue sources. Which it looks like it's what we're going to be doing. I was going to say Dryad would be a great draw. GG's opponents. Oh, I should have gone to planes there. Whatever. All my lines do the same thing at this point anyway, so not that big of a deal. 2-0. Titan now is fair, yeah. Somebody in my YouTube left a comment the other day, and they were like, "But wait, what are you doing?" Like, oh, they were saying, "Oh, thinking that Titan player complaining about unfair or whatever," and I'm just like, "It's a 6-drop. Like it's a 6-drop. Like, what did you expect?" Another league, another good start. Feeling it's apart. Yeah, I mean, we started fairly well the other league as well, right? But the wheels kind of fell off. If anything, this deck is just very fun. Probably not a great deck, but it's at least a nice challenge, and it's doing something pretty cool. So I like those things. Playing against Mistvale Plains. Wonder what that means. And Greaser Brand is an 8-drop. Yeah, exactly. Flagstones. Yeah, this deck. Remember how I was talking about how I never lose to Merfolk? This is another deck that I never lose to. I guess I just want to cycle my Wildfire. Like, I have Titan now. I have a Dryad and Knight. So just cycling Wildfire seems okay. Nothing really that I'm afraid of that my opponent can do. No, this is just Mono Blue Martyr. They just have some cute lands. Take one. Yep. You can gain all the life you want, opponent. Could not care less. Nikog. 45 with the Prime sub. Welcome to the Primetime Stronghold, Nico. Hope you're enjoying your stay. And thank you for your support. Brand new subscriber. Go Squatter. So my opponent has a completely full hand now. That is filled with 2 mana 1/1s. All of the 2 mana 1/1s. Okay, that one sucks. That one actually sucks. The second Path to Exile sucks a little bit. Can we Valak it here? So that would be hot. Ranger Captain. Pog. I think I'm drawing a card. This is gonna be Summoning Sick, so no big deal. We just path the Speaker of the Heavens if we care about it. We find the Valak and we're gonna win. Skip to the Wilds, probably pretty hot as well. Force the crack. Okay, so they show me a card. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, Maul of the Skyclaves is the last card that I don't know about. Just kind of annoying, but it's also fine. Speaker of the Heavens. Maul. Straight up mold. Okay. Valakut. Felidar. Wildfire. Oh, because this has vigilance, that's why. Gonna blow up that one because that's the one that my opponent gets a land from. This one puts them down a mana. We immediately draw the Flagstones. Unlucky, to say the least. So this is a cat. And this is a cat. And this is a path. We need something here, though. We definitely need something here. So I guess this represents... Because they're going to equip on the Ranger Captain. So that's a 2-turn clock. If we find Valakut, we're going to be fine. Another path is fine. I'm gonna hold on to this because this represents some Valakut triggers. So, also with my opponent attacking, the +1/+1 counters represent more damage. Knight of Autumn is not in the main deck. Well, we can't lethal them from 33. So we're just dead. Brutal. Maul of the Skyclaves. It's not a card I was expecting to lose to today. I mean, in reality, what won was my opponent's double path to exile, right? Those were the big winners. The second one particularly, the one that took care of the knight. Mind Sensor is interesting, I guess. They have multiple ways of searching their deck. Wildfire can go. I guess I like Explore more than Wildfire. Kind of awkward. Much better. Sand slaps. Keep. We're gonna bottom the Temple Garden. Bing. Here we go. 2 mana Time Walk. Delightful. Delightful. Ranger, Skyclave. I think we get Stomping Ground here. We're not drawing particularly well. We're not drawing particularly well. Hurts a little bit. White and black. Gross. Why is that even a card that my opponent's playing? It's not looking good. Also, I should have played Vesuva to copy my opponent's castle there. Why didn't I shock? Whoops. It's not bad. It's a little bit of a combo that my opponent's got going on there. Come on, give me a break. Give me a break, please. Can't believe I'm losing to this. So I guess I have to path this right now, otherwise my opponent's just going to get it back again. They're going to start going nuts with the life. All right, Escape to the Wilds. Dryad, or I have really good top decks here. Ren isn't that good, I guess. I guess Dryad is not a good top deck anymore. Sword of Light and Shadow just played fair. My opponent doesn't seem to be playing Stoneforges. Knight of Autumn is a good draw. Ren is kind of not a great draw. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So hold control. That trigger on the stack. Gonna make it 1/1. Then put some counters. Then serve. Three, 6, 8. 1, 2. Yeah, we just don't have enough triggers. Knight of Autumn, Dryad. Dryad is huge. Dryad is huge. Dryad is so huge there. Laser Speed, thank you for the follow. Counters. Can I actually set up lethal here? I may actually be able to set up lethal here. Counters. I'm playing around Path to Exile here, by the way. That's why I did that. So now we're going to have guaranteed 2 triggers. Unless my opponent paths the Dryad. So now we go at the counters. Path in response. Get this. Don't tell me you have another path, opponent. No. Balakid face. +1/+1 counters. White, white, 1, 2. Counter. Oh, I guess they just have a blocker. Never mind. We're fucked. We would have been able to set up lethal if my opponent didn't have the Castle out of the mail. Yep, we would have been able to set up lethal if they didn't have the castle. They just took 1 turn too much. 1 turn too long before the Dryad showed up, unfortunately for me. Yep. This card stacks quickly. Stupid Sword of Light and Shadow on a freaking Skyclip apparition. No! Dead. Very unfortunate. The first Valakut was gonna fizzle big red. The first Valakut trigger fizzles because my opponent has the answer. If they don't have the answer, then I just ping, I just kill the threat and I win, right? Yeah, the path makes it so that the first Valakut trigger just fizzles. This deck's fun though. There's some silly interactions that are very cool. And just untapping with Failure Retreat very often is just game over. Opponents on the play. Lurrus of the Dream Den. So this is a turn 4 escape. I think I'm keeping this. Was that you playing mono white, Stie? If it was, then yeah, GG's. I was surprised by the random sword, but single-handedly carried the entire. That sword carried hard. That sword carried hard. Very impressive. Yeah, the deck's been doing some cool stuff. Game 1 was brutal. Game 1 was absolutely brutal. I thought that I was gonna be able to get there, and then I just took too long to get going, unfortunately. So my opponent just keeping in one lander and not cracking bubble. Seems a little bit on the greedy side, if you asked me. There we go. They remembered. Yeah, Bomat is great. Unfortunately, I don't think I can kill it here, because if my opponent plays a Scourge, I kind of have to save the path for that. Just when it comes to figuring out what's under the courier. I mean, it's pretty straightforward, right? It's just, I imagine that there has to be a way that you might be comfortable with just optimizing, because like MTGO just auto stacks everything together for you, so it's a lot easier to do in MTGO, but it's obviously pretty tough to do in paper, obviously. Imagine they're gonna take, yeah, the path. Interesting play. Probably not what my opponent intended to do there. I would really like to draw a fetch land here, because that would allow me to drop a knight that's going to be a 4/4, which means that it's going to be above lightning bolt range. Oh, punished. So punished. Now they kind of have to take the Ren instead of the escape. They're taking the escape anyway. I mean, I guess they could just have an answer to this. But then if I draw a red source, I just kill the Bomat and they miss out on 4 cards. So I wonder if my opponent's just gonna pass here. Oh, they found the land. Okay, that's good for them. So I guess they're cracking right here, because I'm definitely blocking. Okay. If they find a push, though, they can just push the knight right now. I think that's what the kids call poggers. Red, green. So now we can make it so my opponent literally cannot play a Scourge, which is hilarious. Good stuff, good stuff. I guess I did leave my knight vulnerable to bolt, but like the knight was vulnerable to bolt last turn and my opponent didn't have it, so I'm assuming that they don't have it. Can you find out what's under the Bomat with fetch? Yeah, of course. Like you just compare your cards in hand and the cards that you have already used to the cards that are in your deck, because whenever you fetch, you can look at your deck, right? Crocs. Okay. A little bit annoying, but it's fine. Like my opponent's just dead. Yeah, it's kind of random, right? It's kind of a random interaction, but it's cool. Okay, so Bog sounds nice. Bailout sounds nice. Path and Purges. Reclaimers can go. Apparition's good. Tracker is kind of interesting. Not sure Tracker is what I want to be doing in the matchup. How's the Naya version been going? Pretty good so far. I kind of do one Tracker, never mind. Una Strenor, thank you for the follow. Just realized that I never updated the the stream title. Boy Yiyo, thank you for the follow too. If we missed any one land drop, we're just dead, so. Okay, there you go. Well, to 5, I'm feeling like I'm worth it here. Is there tools of creatures without the number skull? Not really. Not really. In fact, I was entertaining the alternative of just not using creatures at all. So the other day I played a version that played a couple of calls, and then I cut the calls because I didn't think that they were particularly great. And then I just didn't update the rest of my deck, which is obviously a mistake on my part. I should have, you know. So I did now. I did do some updates. Maybe we should be playing big Gargs, actually. Gargoyle sounds kind of interesting. Gonna need some lands here. I'm just not sure that big Gargs is better than Obstinate Baloth against the aggressive decks. I'm honestly not sure. I just think that Gargoth is Thragtusk or Baloth are just better against the aggro decks. Gargs is obviously the most powerful card overall, but white source, please. White source. Ding, ding, ding. Out of here. Choo-choo-choo. I'm feeling the cost right now, right? Like I'm feeling the fact that we mulligan to 5 and we just don't have enough raw amount of resources to actually finish the job. Like obviously the operation was great there and everything, but it's just not gonna be enough to win the game unless my opponent has literally nothing else, which I doubt is the case, and we draw like complete gasoline for the rest of the game, which is probably not likely either. Lurrus? If all they do is put Lurrus in hand, maybe we... Okay, maybe we have a shot here. I feel like I need to put the blocker into play. I'm gonna block the illusion. If my opponent has bold, they have bold. Next turn we can fill that retreat. Hopefully we find the land. Astrophy. That sucks. TBR. That's cute. I don't think I won Knight of Autumn. Like my opponent doesn't have a Blood Moon. Unlike their red-black versions, they do play Blood Moon, so let's keep this. Shit ton of removal. Actual shit ton of removal. Is Reclaimer still a deck postman? Trying to figure that out right now. Exactly what I'm trying to figure out. I'm gonna need a fetch because if I find another fetch land again, I'm trying to make the knight into a 4/4 before it comes down. When I went to 6. Thoughtseize. Answer is yes, Reclaimer is good if you know how to work it or get lucky. That's a way to put it. We got infinite removal, so if my opponent wants to play the slow game, seems fine for us. Because eventually we're going to draw our good cards. I'm playing Blast here because if my opponent doesn't, if they play another 2-drop, we can just blow them both up. I'm gonna take 4. I'm not too afraid of the Scourge, and I'd rather not path this Goyf just yet anyway. Lurrus in hand. Okay, these draws are not good. Now I'm starting to get a little bit worried. Thank you for the follow, Cambry. Now I'm starting to get just a tiny bit worried. Take a peek. Maybe they should take the path. If opponent plays a shadow, I'm going to purge it. Okay. It's 2 shadows. It's pretty frustrating. Because I'm just going to have to exile the shadow and then crack the blast zone. I don't think that we can take all this damage. That really sucks. But I have to do this now when my opponent can't just play Lurrus and just get back the Goyf. And I just don't think I can afford to take the damage. It's pretty frustrating. We have a lot of really good draws. Fairly the Retreat is great. Escape to the Wild is obviously great. Have a ton of very strong top decks. Second main Bomat. Interesting. All right. We know that my opponent has an Assassin's Trophy and stuff like that, so. How does it feel to have brewed a deck that ate a ban? I'm sad your baby's dead though, yeah. It's just part of modern, I guess. Sometimes you brew a deck, sometimes that deck gets banned. The circle of life. The circle of life. Path off the top, please. How greedy do I want to be? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I have 21 cards, so it's under 50%, so I guess I'm not gonna be that greedy. I guess I should have left white to represent path, but my opponent probably figured out that if I had path, I was gonna path the Lurrus. 6/6 is big though. And my opponent not deploying the Goif last turn is obviously a great deal as well. If we do untap with this knight, I think that this knight is might be enough to stop everything that my opponent's doing though. Particularly thanks to this Explorer. Okay, did you answer the knight? Just bold face. Okay. Definitely surprised my opponent didn't redeploy the Goif last turn. We do have access to Bog, so we can stop the Lurrus engine. And we also have Radiant Fountain in the deck, so we can not die to another Bolt. As long as my opponent doesn't draw it right now, of course. Seems like they are redeploying the Goif. Which version do I prefer, Naya or Green White Reclaimer? The Naya version has been better overall. My opponent showed me TBR, so I'm just gonna play around TBR. Like if they had oh, this is Dismember. That's a lot worse. I mean, it's better for us to play around TBR than Dismember after my opponent has already used one of the Dismembers. But it obviously sucks. It's a big deal. Well, you gonna kill me, opponents? Been around for a while since I can't see escape. I don't know where they are. I'm playing 3 copies, I swear. I swear that I'm playing 3 copies of the card, but I somehow cannot seem to find it. And so many times it would have been so good. Yeah, I'll chump. Escape, please. God damn it. Please. Please. They found something. Damn it. That is something. Escape or bust. Yep, that doesn't do it. That's very disappointing. That is very... And I'm gonna look right now, and there's gonna be an escape to the wilds. Fuck me, man! Really? I can't believe this! I can't believe this! I am cursed. I can't believe this. It's unreal. It is absolutely unreal. How often does that happen? I feel like it has happened like 5 times in the past 2 days or something. Every single time. Wow, it's incredible. It's always there, one turn too late. Yeah, I think I'm keeping this. Hush, the challenge cause curse be gone. Yeah, I know. It is unreal though. Like honestly, how ridiculous is that? Every single time that I look at the top card, it is exactly the card that I've been looking for like 5 or like 8 turns or something. Blue, white, Stoneforge. Battle Sim, thank you for the follow. Am I supposed to just path right now? I think so. It obviously feels horrible, but like this battle school is actually a ton of pressure right now. Never find the land drop. Obviously, finding a land drop would have been great. I would have been able to Reclaimer plus Dryad, but I guess I drew the Reclaimer. Never mind. Don't worry about it. I'm just saying nonsense here. Scripted play. So my opponent gonna slam this Batter Skull faster than the sun. They are. A friend normally watching YouTube, but I caught you live for once. Awesome, Battlesim. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. No blocks, thank you. Skyclave Apparition. Skyclave as path. Definitely unfortunate for me. Valakut off the top would have been great. I'm probably gonna cycle this canopy on my opponent's end step. Taking the germ, but I'm trading with the Skyclave, obviously. But oops. Damn it. Also, my opponent forgot to plus. I'm pretty sure they just didn't plus. They didn't plus nor minus. Should I play minus on their own Skyclave Apparition? Okay, so they're playing a version that plays like Cryptic Command and shit, I guess. Oh boy. I'd be so excited if I could find lands right here. God Reclaimer might still have life left, but it didn't paper last December. I did get to play the FNM a handful of times. Nice. Yeah, it's been fun. I'm gonna make another token because put in +1/+1 counters and then my opponent just minuses on it. It's probably not a great deal. They have second TEF, no second TEF. have way too many cards to not have nothing, right? Way too many cards to not have anything. Playing the Dryad first because that's another body into play. I think that my opponent just has it. They just have another Cryptic or Snapcaster Cryptic, but they're going for the tap and draw. Which is the correct line, of course. Yeah. Tracker, Knight. Collector, oof. Jukebog. Apparition. Hello chat, have you behaved at an immediate pyramid? Wow. Slack. My mods are slackers. My mods are slackers. And mod house, yeah. Wow. Embarrassing. Embarrassing. How's you're supposed to use your mod powers for good, not for bad. Friends, don't let friends mulligan Splinter Twin. Friends, don't let friends mulligan Splinter Twin. Your go. I have demonstrated the loop, opponent. If opponent wants to gust this, it's perfectly fine. Rena, what? So smart of me to get Flagstones last turn. Manalik. You got it. I think we just get Valakut here. That's a card. Just doing this right now because I'm not gonna have enough mana to cast all of my cards otherwise. This bank card is pretty good. It's alright. It's hype. Wow! Oh my god, look at that hand. That is insane. Wow. Wow. Dude, you're getting owned, dude. You're getting owned. Managed to eke it out against the Naya last round. I mean, we were doing fine ourselves, I think. We were doing fine ourselves. Even if my opponent had a competitive hand there, we had like 1,000,000 mana. We were going to do more stuff next turn. Yeah, I'm into this. Similar hand to what we just had. Not a bad one. Not a bad one with the texture of our hand. Stomping Ground, Reclaimer, F6. Just sad because BlizzCon had absolutely nothing to show. Okay. Sad to hear that. Not bad, not bad. How the prospect looks for green-white. We've been working on it. We've been working on it. Nothing mind-boggling just yet. Still needs some love. Still needs some love, but how do we sequence here? I could just slam a Dryad. The problem if I slam Dryad is that I think I'm just gonna play Ren. Gnome Guy, thank you for the follow. Criminal definitely spicy. Looks like a solid deck for post-ban meta. I'm not sure that it's that good just yet. It needs a lot of work. It still needs a lot of work. This coming turn, we're going to be able to double Dryad, though, which is not bad. I did a Frank Bird versus Meal, and when I have one mainboard Emrakul, why do you have one mainboard Emrakul? Are you just are you doing nonsense with Through the Breach? Oh, you're playing a different deck. Okay, never mind. They already wasted a surgical in your man league. Jeskai Nahiri. Wow. Modern release the wild west right now. Naturally having this sort of feast and famine. Gross. That's so gross. So gross. Yeah, can't block you. Disgusting. We might actually be okay, now that I think about it. So if they have leak, they have to use it right here. Oh, this was bad. Oh, this was so bad. No, this is fine. This is fine. This is fine. We just activate Reclaimer. I should have played the Flagstones first. One, two. The random Stone Force that my opponent played right there is actually going to be relevant. I guess I should have played my land first. So my opponent's going to have to... They're not going to have that much mana here. Or we're going to have double Dryad. We're not... They're not threatening lethal. And we still have an active Wren. They know we're drawing a Dryad. So they first have to figure out how they're going to beat that. Yeah, that's easy. Stoneforge, equip, attack. That's the easy part. I think we're pitching Temple Garden. Because the fetch land has more value. Three mana. What? Control my Reclaimer with an Archmage's Charm. Bounce Batterskull. Okay. It's probably good for me. They let me draw the Dryad. They can't beat the Dryad. All right, 3 and 2, 3 and 2, 3 and 2. The Cleansing Wildfires have felt like the worst part of the deck. It feels like the Flagstones are already great with both Reclaimer and Knight of the Reliquary whenever we have Dryad, so the Cleansing Wildfires have felt pretty lackluster. Escape to the Wilds has been insane every time I drew it, which was exactly once. The one time where I drew Escape to the Wilds, it was amazing. So, note to self, draw Escape to the Wilds more often. I think that this is just gonna be a sideboard card. Like, I was just trying to free roll the Wildfires basically, but they were just too awkward in too many matchups. Any chance we just went for escape? There is a chance, but the problem is that everything that we're cutting needs to be, like, everything that we add needs to be a card cut, right? So that being the case, like, we want to add one more escape, sweet. So now what? What do we cut? Like, what are we running escape over, right? There's also the fact that I'm really afraid of Tron, so I'm super skeptical about cutting all of the Wildfires. Maybe one random Sagittarius Step. I mean, I'm already talking about all the cards that I wish I was able to play, and I already have a card that I would like in my main deck, in my sideboard. I'm not interested in playing Sagittarius Step. I think that card is just unplayable in this kind of deck. It makes sense when you're trying to one-shot your opponent with Merit Lage in Legacy, right? When your entire deck is built around protecting Merit Lage, so you swing once and you win. But in a deck like this, which is just accruing small advantages, having a dead card, because it's just a dead card. Like, whenever you draw the Sagittarius Step, you basically skipped your draw step. And not only that, but also the upside is not even that high. Like, you get your Reclaimer to survive one more turn. Like, that's cute. Add one more Ghost Quarter and cut the Wildfires. Well, but the whole reason why I'm playing the Wildfires, it's because it's a free roll. If this weren't a free roll, I wouldn't be playing it. I don't think that we can play another copy of Ghost Quarter. Our mana is awkward enough as it is. So I think I'm gonna be trying, the next time that I play the deck, it's gonna be looking something like that. Maybe cut that Wildfire. I think I want to streamline the sideboard a little bit. I want to. The thing is, I just haven't found the holes that the deck really has just yet. So I wanted the card against Heliod. So just Pithing Needle. It's not even that good. I was suggesting that in GQ as a spell rather than land, just going up to 31 lands. Yeah, but Wildfire is that, except it actually gives me the chance of ramping. Can we stretch to Skyclave? I don't want to. Like, we could, but I don't think I want to. In fact, the league that I just played had Skyclave in it, and it wasn't particularly great. Yeah, I just want something for Heliod, but what does that deck lose to? I registered it for the Conquest tournament, and everybody just banned it. It was obviously the best deck in my roster, so people just went ahead and banned it and vetoed it. So I never got to play with it. What's the line here? Yeah, the full Placido Path is here. Like, I think it's a bad card, but like, we have Path plus Ghost Quarter plus Cleansing, so eventually our opponents are gonna run out of basics. Cyber Dismember. I just don't think that's what I'm looking for. Limbala isn't great without the calls, no. And even sometimes Limbala, like, we got paired against Andrea on Heliod earlier today, and like, it was just not fast enough. Like, I just called for Limbala, and then Andrea untapped and just killed me. So also, they're playing 4 Skyclave Apparition, so maybe we're at a point where we're just supposed to assume that it's gonna be bad, and we are just supposed to give up the matchup. Like, honestly, that doesn't seem too crazy for me. And just say, you know what? Okay, you got me. Elish Norn isn't gonna get there. I don't know. Probably not. Probably not. Dayside. Dayside is actually interesting. Theros standard staple. Huh. Rampaging for Osidon? Yeah, probably not. Solemnity. I'd rather play this than Solemnity, I think. That seemed disgustingly narrow. Are there any other enchantments that we can exile? Which other enchantments are we looking to exile? Opposing Failure Retreats, of course. Debev, thank you for the follow. Safer, I'm trying to make it. Why do you have to come here and just like jab me? let me do the thing. I mean, it answers Blood Moon. Utopia's Pro. Okay, it answers Blood Moon, so I'm kind of sold on it. Okay. I mean, it's not like I needed too much help to be sold on day side, right? Die side, D side, however you say this. But that's just nice. Soul Guide Lantern. There's just no graveyard X right now. Just bog. Just bog and move on. Day east side. Day side. Okay. Day east side. Thank you. Dismember in that slot. Winds of Abandon is interesting. Because we haven't played against any humans or stuff like that, so that sounds kind of hot to me. All right. So this is going to be the Naya list that I'm going to play next time. And as far as this list, this is what we're looking at. Now with 4 basics, none of that cavern nonsense. Path, Reclaimer, Explore. Realmcloak Giant, bunch of one-offs. Yeah. Okay, this is going to be the list that I'm going to play next time. That's going to be for next time, though. That's going to be it for today. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. And I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye, folks.